Hey everybody, welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon, and me, Banshee. Me, Banshee, with my Material Matters segment, your weekly tarot keys to success in business, education, and finance. Welcome to the show, everyone. Well, we're going to get started today with a card for the collective from the Moonology Manifestation Oracle by Yasmin Boland. And there it is. Wow, interesting. It is a full moon in Cancer. Full moon in Cancer. And that is about letting your fears dissolve. Fear and neediness may now be at play. Fear is debilitating when neediness isn't usually very attractive. Acting out of fear is a risky response. So if you dwell on your insecurities, what you'll manifest is an extension of those insecurities. The reason why we should face our fears is that in doing so, they often simply dissolve. If we don't face them, they can influence us to act in ways we otherwise wouldn't, which means we can end up manifesting the very thing we were hoping to avoid. To see the fear that's in you, face it right now. Oh, I'm sorry. To see off. To see off the fear that's in you, face it right now. Find a balance between Cancer's oversensitivity and Capricorn's coolness. Manifesting mindset. Facing your fears and working out where they came from will point you in the right direction and get you into the right mindset. And your manifestation affirmation should be, I completely love and accept myself as I am. You know, don't spend your time wallowing on fears. Spend your time dissolving those fears. How about that? And the best way to dissolve those fears is absolutely not to ignore them, absolutely not to try to work around them. It is to face them, because either through your actions or through your actions or facing them in whatever way you have to, they will dissolve one way or another. They will dissolve. So, all right, because you have taken steps to make it happen. All right. And in this world today, we've got a lot of fears to face, I'm afraid. There's always something changing in the markets, in the world, everywhere, particularly in the US right now. And so I just want to say still, as I'm filming this the day before, on Saturday, October 5, there's still a government shutdown. Nothing has changed there. So the U.S. government is still shut down. There have been some moves, not yet to fire workers, I don't think, but to put some of them on furlough. And also the government has reneged on sending promised funding for certain projects, but only to Democratic states. So It's not evenly being carried out here, the cuts. So we'll see what happens as far as jobs go and how long this is going to continue. But part of the reason this is happening is due to healthcare costs being passed on to American citizens that are incredibly exorbitant and unaffordable by many. And it's being played, on the other hand, that they're trying to stop uh, uh, illegal immigrants from obtaining health care, and that supposedly one party is holding out because they want to give illegal immigrants health care. This is not true. There have been no facts to be borne out to show that this is actually happening. So they can say what they want, but it's not true until they really show the facts. You know, as they would say in automotive circles, show me the Carfax when you're buying a car. I want to see the truth about this car. I want to see the truth about that claim. All right? Make a claim, you got to back it up. And that's what I have so far. I do have some notes about the astrology for the week ahead. And while I'm shuffling, I want to remind everybody that the cards I'm going to do are for the astrological signs of the zodiac for the week of October 5 through October 11. And during this time, the moon will be will be in Pisces on Sunday, October 5, and transiting into Gemini on October 11th. So it'll be going through the motions there to get there. It'll be moving into Aries and then Taurus and then into Gemini. The full moon, we have a full moon this week, but it's not in Cancer like that card I pulled. It's going to be in Aries, and it's going to be on October 6th, Monday, October 6th. On that very same day, October 6th, Mercury will be entering Scorpio. Also on that day, Sukkot begins on October 6th, and it's at sundown. And so for all who celebrate, wishing you bright celebrations. And on October 5 is a very important day. Today, or the day you are seeing this, is the date of me and Mr. O's first date 49 whole years ago. Woohoo! Woohoo! So we will be celebrating. And thank you in advance for any well wishes. All right, so moving on. Let's get to Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Don't know if this is in the way. I'm going to move all that out. Okay, my fellow Aries. Let's see what's cooking. Okay. Well, you've got the Two of Pentacles reversed. You have the Queen. The Queen of Pentacles is reversed as well. You've been having some difficult cards lately, Aries, and this is no exception. You've got Queen of Palooza here. You've got the Queen of Wands now reversed as well. Well, it seems to me this week it's hard to keep things together for Aries. There's a lack of balance. Maybe your workload is out of control. Maybe it's your work-life balance that is out of control. Maybe it's your finances that are out of control and need more tender, loving care from you. It's either has to do with, I sense it could be in any of these areas, career, education, or finance. And maybe with a little bit of emphasis on the finance and the career because of the Queen of Wands here. I think it'll be hard for you, for example, job seekers out there to maybe get noticed, to get attention from others. You're going to have to really work hard on, finding the right balance here, hitting the right notes with those prospective employers. That's really important here. And I feel like it's going to be hard for you to do that. Maybe you're lacking some confidence in yourself. Maybe you're lacking the self-love right now, you're not really together to pull anything forward. So I think, the best you can hope for this week is to try to maintain the status quo and right the imbalances that may be going on in your life, to use this week, to do that. Whew, good luck with that, Aries. Hey, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Okay, Taurians, you start out with the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is reversed. So, wow. So we had two queens, and now we've got two knights. The Knight of Wands is reversed as well. And the Eight of Pentacles is upright. Seems like you have a lot of work to get done this week, Taurians, whether it's with your studies, whether it's at work itself, whether it's balancing your books. If you're in business for yourself in particular, you've got a lot of heavy, hard work to do. And you can't get reckless about this. Don't try to be too aggressive in your approach to what needs to be done here. You've got to pace yourself, and if you could be setting yourself up for some disappointment if you move too aggressively, too quickly, too carelessly. This is a time for you to be very very careful, and also to maybe not try to make any new innovative changes. This is a time for you to just follow your status quo. What's worked for you in the past will work for you right now. So don't take any unnecessary risks this week, okay, Taurians? Good luck with that. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. All right, well, you have the King of Swords reversed. Never like to see this fellow. You have Temperance upright. I'm glad to see that here. Wow. The Five of Swords is here upright. Wow. I was hoping everything would turn out hunky-dory, but I'm not so sure. I think it could, because temperance is a very moderating influence here. But that's what it sounds like to me. You may have to seek some mediation, somebody to step in and try to make peace between you and someone else. There's a lot of anger. This sounds like the smacks of office politics of some sort, or serious disagreements with your partners, or your employer themselves. And the Five of Swords is here, okay? This is right in the middle of it all. This is conflict. This is conflict that needs to be addressed. And this is the King of Swords reversed, which is an angry person. So there's anger, there's conflict, there's angry conflict, and it could be vicious, and it needs moderation. As a matter of fact, you remember Do you remember Gemini's, the card I had for the collective? It said not to try to avoid your problems. You have to face them head on. And I think this situation needs to be faced head on, but with the help of somebody who can be an objective mediator between the two of you. So there's good smack of strikes going on in a company, walkouts possibly. Maybe this even has to do with, the people being affected adversely by the government shutdown, those government employees. So we'll have to see how this one plays out, Geminis. Good luck with that. Interesting read. Kind of difficult, though. Yay, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Okay. You have the Knight of Cups upright. That's nice to see. You have the Four of Pentacles, and that is upright. And now you have the Five of Swords reversed. Wow. Okay, well, I think you have to know when to hold them and when to fold them. I like it, and I'm thinking of the Four of Pentacles when I see this card. Maybe you want to hold fast to your ideals and stuff, and maybe they're not in alignment anymore with the people you are working with. Maybe that's what's going on here, and maybe you're thinking of moving on and walking away. This could even be with a business partnership of some sort. Maybe you students out there are no longer feeling aligned with what you are studying, so you have to decide, is this time for me to just hold on and stand up for what I'm doing, or is it time for me to move on to something else? This card indicates it may be time for you to move on to something else, but I won't rule out that you won't stand and fight either. Bottom line here to me is do what is right for you emotionally and what feels right in your heart to do, whether it's to walk away or whether it's to stay here and fight the good fight for what you're trying to accomplish and do. Good luck with that. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Okay. You have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. You have the Hermit reversed. And you have the Fool reversed. My. Hmm. Okay, I think you've been mulling over something a bit too long here, and it's time for you to make a decision on something that maybe was a bad choice to begin with. You took a risk, you took a gamble of some sort in your business, or maybe with the stock market, or with investing in home or property, and it's not paying off. Maybe it's even a career mistake you have made. It's not paying off, and I think here you've been avoiding the situation. You've been hoping that maybe If you just let things go, you could turn this around. Well, without action on your part, nothing is going to turn around here. And I almost get the feeling by looking at these cards that it may be too late for that already, and that maybe this is saying it's time for you to move on to something else, whether it's changing jobs, changing careers, shuffling your investment portfolios. It's time for you to move on and do something different. Good luck with that. All right, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. This is Virgos, right? Do that. You have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is upright. The Ace of Cups is reversed. And the World. The World is reversed. That's very interesting to me. You know, whether this is an unhappy customer or an unhappy client, if this is also just an unhappy employer or somebody who is evaluating your work, you may feel you've been working your hardest, you know, but whether it's yourself or other people who are judging this, they're not happy. They're not happy. They think you might have gotten off to a bad start. And you really are going to have to, I'm not going to say go back to the drawing board here, but I think you really have to get back to it, change what is wrong before you can finish your project or goal or whatever it is you're working on. So somebody this week might, for example, not like the direction your work is going, and they may have you start over doing it differently or, hoping to come up with a different result. So I think here that it's just saying that it's going to take a little bit more time to finish something you have started. Keep at it. This is saying keep at it. You will get there. But for now, it looks like you're going to have to either redo some things or, take a different approach to how you're doing what you're doing. And like, say, an angry customer who may just not like the finished product, you may have to, do some work over for them. So good luck with that. All right, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Ooh, ouchie, there's a Ten of Swords upright. What could that mean? The Empress reversed. Ace of Wands is upright. Well, I have a funny feeling about this one, Libra, so I'm going to just go with it. I don't know why, but when I'm looking at this Ten of Swords, I feel like it's possible here you have been sabotaging yourself and your progress in some way. It could be that you've dropped the ball, you've been a little bit non-productive, or you've been a little bit sloppy with your work. You haven't been giving it the normal, tender, loving care that you could. And maybe it's because you really aren't focused on it. It's possible here you are looking ahead already at the next big thing. And I think here you're jumping the gun. I think the light will come, but you really are going to have to you're really going to have to buckle down and finish something. You're going to have to buckle down and finish something and really put your best into it, not just try to get it done so you could be on to the next. Something here needs to be better taken care of before you can move on to something new that is waiting in the wings for you. But I think you're getting ahead of yourself and you may be sabotaging yourself. And it won't look good if you don't get this project done successfully. So good luck with that. It's time for Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Ooh, mystery solved, Scorpios. You got the moon reversed. Hey, the Empress is back and in the right direction this time. I like it. The Hangman is reversed. I'm always just a little bit back and forth on whether I'm going to interpret the Hangman reversed in a positive or somewhat negative manner. I'm sensing here something with this Moon and Hangman reversed. I think you are getting down to work this week. You are really getting down to work, whether it's you students who maybe have been struggling a little bit and maybe have been blocked. And I feel here it's because you couldn't figure something out. You couldn't figure something out. And you were giving it a lot of thought. You were giving it a lot of thought. And finally, the revelations have happened. Sometimes when we step back or when we're struggling and we take more time to assess what it is, whether you're a student, whether there's a problem at work or dealing with people, or your finances on what to do with them, some knowledge that you have gained by stepping back and taking the time to sort it all out is going to pay off, and it's going to make you very productive this week in working on where you think things need to go based on the knowledge you have figured out. So good luck with that, or that has been revealed to you. So good luck with that. Interesting read for the Scorpios. They're always trying to find out something. All right, Sagittarians, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. You have the Queen of Wands reversed. You have the Lovers upright. The Star is upright. Oh, how interesting. I think there's just an attitudinal adjustment that needs to be made this week, Sagittarians. I feel here that you don't feel very confident right now. You feel disempowered in some way. And maybe you're concerned about some of the choices or decisions that you have been making, that maybe they haven't been in your best interest. But the Lovers here seems to indicate that's not true. Maybe you're being overly hard on yourself right now. Maybe you're also worried about how others are looking at you this week. And, that you're worried about whether they're going to offer you a job or not based on what they're seeing. You don't feel like you're very confident. But the Star is here to say, hey, keep hope alive, be optimistic, remain optimistic, and trust in your judgment. Your judgments and your decisions and the choices you've made may be more right than you realize. The self-doubt might be some shadow work going on here, that something deep inside of you is not trusting or believing in yourself. Remain optimistic, keep hope alive, because I feel you are on the right track with something you are trying to do or accomplish in this week ahead. So good luck with that. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. There again. You have the World. The World is reversed. You have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is upright. You have the Queen of Wands upright as well. I don't want you Capricorns to be concerned about the fact that you haven't been able to finish something you've started. You might be disappointed with your progress this week. You might end the week by leaving some things hanging that you wished you hadn't. But I feel here you need a break. You need to just take a break, try to relax your mind, try to recoup, use the weekend to rejuvenate. And also just be confident. Be confident in yourself enough to realize that maybe it's best that you did not complete what you started. Giving it more time might be actually what it needs. It gives you time to assess your progress and make sure everything is on the right track. And if you're a manager, for example, don't be pushing others so hard to finish things this week. If it doesn't get done, there may be a good reason why it didn't get done. And it might be that really your people need, a little break and not to be pushed so hard. All right. So good luck with that. All right, Aquarians, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Great. The Ten of Swords is back. And it's upright again. The Eight of Swords is upright too. And here's the King of Pentacles. Upright. Well, it's interesting to me. We all have a lot of fears about what's going on. Will there be a job tomorrow? Will things cost more tomorrow? Will we be able to make ends meet? And I feel here you feel trapped by some of your fears right now. You're lacking confidence to make moves at a time when moves might be necessary. That to lay down and keep those swords hitting you in the back is not a good idea, okay, to put it mildly. You need to gain control of yourself. You need to gain control of your emotions. You need to regain confidence in your abilities and in yourself to turn around something that may have been a downturn. It may be too that, maybe you've been applying for jobs and nothing has happened. And so now you've just given up. You're just going to be happy sitting there and wallowing in a very bad situation. But I feel here you could be walking to better circumstances if you so chose. And right here, if you regained control of yourself and believed in yourself once more and decided not to be constrained by fear, to make the moves that you're afraid about. You have to make those moves because after all, you will never know if something is going to work or not until you have the confidence enough to give it a try. So good luck with that. We're on Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Oh, for once my deck has messed up. I'll give it just one more shuffle. Sorry, Pisces. There you go. You have the Queen of Swords reversed. King of Cups is reversed. And the Four of Cups is upright. It's very interesting to me. Well, I think you have a very difficult decision to make, and sometimes some of the decisions are really beyond our control. It's possible here, I'm going to go two ways with this, that somebody is making a very bad decision, and this sounds like a workplace or it really does sound like a workplace issue to me. And somebody is making a very bad decision here, and you're very concerned about this. You're very disappointed. It's bringing you down. And the Four of Cups reversed here, or Four of Cups upright here, is saying that, they may be trying to offer you an opportunity with strings attached. That's what I think is going on here. You may already feel like you have enough on your plate, for example, and here comes an employer saying, hey, guess what? I've got a new challenge for you. Are you in? And then you're just looking at all the things that you have on your plate already, and you would like very much to refuse this. Be careful of the decision you're going to make because, it might not be good for you. They may hold it against you that you do not want to do this. Or you should just be honest with them and say, hey, if you want me to do that, I'd be willing to take it on, but I'm going to need a little help here. So see if you can't negotiate through this opportunity a little bit. That might work to your benefit rather than just saying no. Be careful of the decisions you make. Okay, good luck with that, Pisces. That's what I have for everybody. I want to thank everybody for coming today and remind you about our upcoming shows. Later today, we have a live show from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get there early. There will be little overtime at this show because the Lions are on after. Woohoo! So do get there early. Plus, you might miss out on some shenanigans at the beginning of our show as we celebrate our anniversary of our first date 49 years ago. So join us if you have a question to ask or just want to come in and say congrats to us. We'd love to see you there. Okay, and on Wednesday is Mr. O's Goth Tarot, where you will find out about the shadow side of life and also get an update on the shadow working that Mr. O and I did together on his first show last week. So come to see his Goth Tarot. That will be at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on Thursday, we have another live show from 7 to 9 p.m. It's Tarot for Today After Dark. Join us and get a reading for any question you have. We'll try to answer it. Get there early, but know that Thursday is an ideal time to come because we do have less shows or less people to read for on a Thursday night. And finally, we've got Mr. O's Emotional Exchanges, where you can find out about love, romance, and all the things that make your little heart go pitter-patter, plus interpersonal relations of all sorts. Not to mention who's going to get lucky in the week ahead.
Oh, change the format.
Or you never know with Mr. O. He's getting ready to possibly change the format of his show. So join him and find out what's what. And that's going to be at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Friday morning, but you can view it anytime, and it's for your week ahead. On Saturday, there will be no happy hour next week. I am sorry to say. Oh my gosh, everybody came this week, and it's a good thing. So they've gotten a positive message for their week ahead. You too can get one from us, but a week from next Saturday. There will be no show on Saturday. Okay, and one more thing. We're going to have not one, but two more WTF for TFTs or with TFTs coming out this week. What the F is going on with that? Two of them. But they will be a little bit different this time, and we hope you enjoy the questions. We want to know WTF is going on. So stay tuned. They will be coming out in the next day or two. All right. That's all I have for you. Take care. Have a great, prosperous week ahead, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.